great at directing myself.
My gosh. Holy crap. I don't know how she stayed standing. I would have freaking ate it so hard. Hello everyone, my name is Josh. I'm an award-winning video editor, and today I'm so excited to get into Billie Eilish's Happier Than Ever, the making of the video, aka behind the scenes. Let's get into it. All right, we're already underwater, people. I'm excited for this one. This was an amazing music video. I'm going to talk y'all's ear off about this, and I can't wait.
Videos are like the only time in life where I can really control the narrative of something. When I'm away from...
Yes, we're 11 seconds in, people, and I have spotted multiple things that I can make this an hour-long video if I wanted to. Right here, what we're looking at is a monitor that's showing what is on the camera right now and what they're filming. This is that set piece I was talking about in my reaction video to Happier Than Ever. If you've seen any of my videos in the past, especially behind the scenes ones, I'm probably going to cover a couple things that I have talked about in the past, but I will still quickly glance over them, talk about it just for a little bit in case you haven't seen any of my other videos. I encourage you to check out this reaction. This was a blast to watch for the first time. It's a very popular song. Since I've seen that video, I think I've heard it like maybe 1 billion times. I'm not sure. Who's counting? Okay, so the frames per second, we're at 23.976. 24 frames a second is usually what I reference that as, because it would be a mouthful if I said 23.976 every single time. So the shutter is 180. Whenever that says 180, that is actually the angle is what, you know, I won't dig into that, but usually for shutter, you want to double what your frame rate is. And so if I'm shooting in 30, as I am right now, I'm going to make my frames per second is 30. I want to make my shutter 60 to double that. And that's just going to give it the most natural movement and everything like that. So 180, layman's terms, is pretty much just doubling what the frame rate is. 4200 Kelvin, that is the white balance. So they're kind of right in the middle there. They're not too cool, they're not too warm. Yeah, we have like those warmer tones pretty much like all over, but we also have kind of like a different colored light right here. So that's going to be a lot of mixed light. And 4200 is a pretty safe bet when it comes to that. Fun stuff.
When I was growing up, I would make my own little homemade music.
There's Adobe making their appearance. I knew they would. First of all, may I say, is that a TV? Because if that's a TV, that has to be like a 120-inch TV. That's massive. My bet is that it's a projector maybe, or like some kind of optical illusion, but that thing looks freaking massive. So it's cool to know that this actually was edited on Premiere Pro. That's the program that I use. And so right here we have the audio levels. You know, they're really good. We have a bunch of different layers. The audio track down here, down at the bottom. Doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of slicing up for that because obviously it's just one track. It's the music. And so this is just the screen of like what's being shown on the timeline here. And it looks like we have effect controls here so they can kind of zoom in and zoom out and do whatever right there. That's where a lot of your effects are going to be and stuff like that. So this is pretty interesting. I like it.
Videos. My favorite thing in the world was to edit them. It was so satisfying to me. This lighting is actually pretty amazing, and this kind of close-up. I really get inspiration from everything.
Is this where they shot the water scene? Oh, what? No, that can't be. Oh, man.
But for this album, it's been kind of hard. Usually what works for me is just sitting down, listening to the song, without any distractions, without anything. It's like I have a little ball.
They filmed that outside? No. They have to explain yourself, Billie Eilish. Explain yourself. That, I thought that was a set piece. Like inside set piece, just like a big pool that they had and had rain coming. There has to be some sort of something. I'm excited to see it though. She looks like she's like in the weeds and actually like making creative decisions and editing and like all this stuff. I have massive respect for that. Wow.
All above my head is like, bing. I knew that I wanted water. I knew that I wanted rain. I like wanted the motion of swimming. That kind of encapsulated the idea of the anger that I wanted to portray in the song.
Came up with this video like a few weeks ago, sitting on the couch on my patio. And here we are. The set is inspired by the feeling of Happier Than Ever. If the album could be a physical place, like this is the room.
Holy crap, I am blown away at this. This is awesome. It's really cool to know that she literally created this idea in such a short amount of time. It became a reality. That is crazy. I mean, somebody really thought like this is a really good idea. Let's invest a lot of time, money, and people into making this a possibility. And, you know, obviously she's like a superstar, so it's a lot more possible when you have that status, but to be able to actually have that good of an idea and then just like right off the bat it be an amazing music video, you got to be creative for that, and she's definitely shown it. I mean, and it's cool to know that she's actually showing like her feelings of the album and the song through set pieces. And I think that actually shows in the music video where, you know, a lot of artists just don't have that creative say in a lot of music videos actually. So, I mean, it's very interesting to hear that from her.
You know, I'm in this house on the phone telling somebody, you know, how I feel and not realizing how I've always been feeling it. And the room, you look around and there's water.
What?
Dripping from the walls, dripping from the ceiling. And I'm not even noticing it because you don't know when you're getting abused.
Basically, I walk over to the door.
That's really sad to hear. That's... wow. Even the water droplets that are dropping from the ceiling have a meaning. That's incredible. There is some serious thought put into this. Man.
Open the door, it floods as if it was underwater. And that's really like a metaphor for just like not noticing how bad the situation is until it floods and is like terrible. We have to have the kind of illusion that the house isn't full of water yet, that it's still filling up. But then I step in right away. So it's like only starting to flood. It would obviously go very fast.
So what we were talking about doing is putting a rig on the ground. So when we open this shot, it's like...
It's really like just the water has to feel so crazy.
1, 2, 3.
That's crazy. They're counting down. Oh, man. All right, so let's see the setup here. Like... First of all, this door is like bowing. Like you can see like the bending up here and the it's like curving a little bit. And we see a little bit of water actually falling already. I'm trying to look at the camera. Everything is kind of like my guess is that there was glass in front of the camera and it splashed up, therefore making it look like it's actually like hitting the camera and all that. And I think I'm right. Yeah, I think I am, but I guess we'll see.
I'm so great at directing myself.
Oh my gosh. Holy crap. I don't know how she stayed standing. I would have freaking ate it so hard. She struggled a little bit, but that came rushing out. Oh my gosh.
I'm so great at directing myself. I really, really love to be in control.
Can I do another one?
Here we go. We'll see how it looks. It's like everything I wanted but real. I'm soaked. It went amazing.
Being the director, I have to kind of figure out how to...
What the heck? Oh my gosh, I love this. I absolutely love it. Okay, so we have an underwater camera here. It looks like a different camera than what was being mounted up and everything. So it's not in like some sort of, because sometimes with certain cameras you can put them into an enclosure to be able to make them into underwater cameras. This looks like a whole different camera. So yeah, it looks like this was in that outdoor area. They have that whole enclosure at the top to not let light in, but we have light coming in from out here, and the water obviously is blue, so whenever they have light coming in, you kind of can't tell if it's nighttime or anything like that over there. So, and plus you need to see what's happening in the music video, so they had to introduce some light and keep light on. It's really cool how they have the lights underwater and stuff too. I just absolutely love this.
How to differentiate directing versus starring in the video.
How did it look?
You want to take a look at it?
Sure.
You're not ever gonna be immediately good at something, and it's so infuriating. All I want to do is be good at everything as soon as the first time I do it. And it's just...
Oh yeah, Billy, I know what you're talking about. I am right there with you. A couple more things. Okay, so they're at 4200 white balance actually still, which is interesting. I mean, I guess the lighting is still a little mixed. But I would have assumed they would make it a little bit warmer to try kind of white balance the whites out, because if you made it too cool and you're underwater, it's going to be very blue. And I don't know. I don't know. 4200 maybe. I could be wrong. I obviously worked out for him. So, but the ND is on this time. So an ND is kind of like sunglasses for your camera. It's a neutral density, and so it's going to kind of darken the image a little bit. And then we see right here L being 800. I won't dig too much into L, but if you know what false color is, it's essentially that. And so, yeah, this is really cool. We have the framing here, these blue bars. And so the whole video is kind of in this little framing section here. So they have that to kind of reference and figure out what's going to be in frame after everything is edited and everything like that. So this is this is amazing.
It's just not how it works.
Like, make it as if you were also drowning and you were just trying to film me while drowning and then following me up drowning.
Oh, it's so cool! Oh my god! I've been editing all my videos for years and going into the studio and sitting there for days and days and days. I think should like stop right like here.
Wow. Okay, so something I just saw is actually kind of interesting. I'm curious why this is maxed out over here. So you never want this is the audio. And you never want this to be just completely maxed out to this red portion, because then the audio is going to sound horrible. I'm not sure why that's there like that. You would never want the music to be like that. I'm assuming. Man, I love how they're showing literally everything on how they're making this. I could talk forever about all this stuff.
Stop right like here. Like, yeah, like right there, and then I should cut to one of the other shots of it. If I don't really think about how I want something to be cut in the edit, then it's terrible, because then I shoot it and then we don't have the right footage. And we've had to learn that in the process. If you keep doing it, you will do it right eventually. Might take a while, but you will.
All right, so this is a whole new outlook for me, actually, now that I know that this is all filmed outside. I wish they would have shown kind of like how the rain is being created. Obviously they didn't just sit outside waiting for a rainy day and then just filmed it in one night and just they would have had some sort of control over the rain and everything. So I'm so curious on that, unless they show that in the last couple seconds here. But it's really cool to know that moonlight could actually be real. Like there is a light being introduced over here on her right side, our left side here. But this cooler tone light over here and through the water over here, it very well could actually be the moon if they just filmed it at night. It would make total sense if they are filming it outside just in a big pool. I don't see why they and on a clear night, I don't see why they wouldn't just have that going and then just have a bunch of sprinklers going above her. I don't know, but it's really awesome to know that this isn't actually like a full-blown enclosed set piece. It's awesome.
You will. On set of this, I was like, ooh, this was exactly what I was envisioning, which is pretty crazy.
So everyone, that was my reaction to the making of Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish. And that was, it blew my expectations out of the water. Out of the water. See what I did there? I did that on purpose. This is just really cool to be able to see the behind the scenes and even the editing process and, you know, all the nitty gritty details about how this wonderful music video was made. So thank you guys for joining me for this. It was a blast to watch this, and I can't wait to dig into more of her music videos because they're awesome so far. So thank you guys so much, and until next time.